Today.
I'm doing good, just having a good time, spending with family.
Okay, I just have a few questions for you. Starting with, how was your first mini camp as a rookie?
I feel like my first mini camp as a rookie, one went very well. Just got to mingle with the team, just got to put names with faces, and on top of that, got to really get to dive into the playbook and show what I can do.
Okay, would you say there's a big difference from college ball to the NFL now?
Sort of. I feel like the biggest difference is the business side. It's not hidden. It's very known, and the coaches make it known that it's a business, and they only want the best. And it's not really much margin for error. So I say that's the biggest side.
That's awesome. What is the vibe in the locker room? What are your thoughts about that?
The guys in the locker room, the team itself, they was very welcoming. They all on the same mission. Is very selfless. Team is a very selfless team. Everybody wants to work hard, keep their head down, and they want one goal, that's to win Super Bowl, and I could rock with that.
That's awesome. I know you mentioned your team goal is to win a Super Bowl. Are there any other upcoming team goals that you'll have?
For sure winning our division, clinching our side of the bracket. I feel like that's the ultimate team goal. Besides winning the Super Bowl, but I feel like just really playing our best game, playing our best ball. They had a really good year last year, and I feel like that was just a stepping stone for the upcoming seasons to come.
That's awesome. What about individual goals? What do you have this season for yourself?
First goal would be make the 53. Just go to training camp and really just try to put myself out there and try to stand out from everybody else. And besides that, making 53, I would say I want to win. Well, not win, but I want to be the Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and hopefully, whatever that may do for this season.
With the goals that you want, what is your approach coming into training camp?
My goals would be really just getting with my vets, really locking in on the playbook, and just locking in mentally, and going out there on Sundays now, and playing my best games.
Yeah, that's awesome. What adversity have you hit over football? Oh shoot! What adversity have you overcome as a football player?
I feel like as a football player, I always had to prove myself on every level. And I feel like that's just been a story of my career. Like, on each level, just keep my head down, staying humble, and just working hard. So I feel like it's kind of became my norm, like just being able to go out there and I think just prove myself. So.
That's awesome. Okay, so now I know we've been talking about training camp. How does it feel to be home and just with your family?
I feel amazing. Going out to training camp, I was away from the family for almost 2 months. And it was a different feeling because my family had just moved to Texas where I was at for college. And then me being there with them in Texas, it just felt different. And leaving them to go across the country again to Florida, it kind of reminded me of my freshman year. Just being a little homesick, just being around my family and stuff. But I know it's a job, and I got to go out there and do my business. Try to take care of my family. So I feel great to be on More Story.
Tell me about yourself outside of football. We know what you can do on the field. What are your hobbies? What are things about you other than football?
I like to play games, board games and stuff. I like to play the game, like a PlayStation. I'm very family oriented, so I like to do anything with my family. In all aspects, they're just chilling, talking around the table, or watching movies, or going outside, being active. I'm really family oriented, so when I'm my free time, I'm either working out or spending time with family.
Okay, how does it feel to be living out your childhood dreams?
It's crazy because a lot of people had dreams like this, but now a lot of people are able to fulfill those dreams. And for me, be one of the 1% that fulfill my dream, it's a dream come true. And sometimes it don't be real. I'd be starstruck, walking to the stadium sometimes. Every time I walk in, I just be like, man, I'm really here, and it just be a different feeling. So. I mean, I look back over my childhood, all my friends, you know, and we all had that same dream, the same goal. I just look like I'm blessed.
Yeah. So, since you're living out your childhood dreams, what motivated you to get here? Who motivated you? What did you use as your motivation?
It was a variety of things. Starting off with just my family. Just situations that we, you know, grew up not knowing. My mom did a very good job of, you know, providing for us. And until I got older, didn't know we were really poor until I got a little older. So like just understanding like circumstances and my own will. Like I always wanted to do this for myself. And like I always loved the game of football. I played multiple sports, but football was just one of those sports that stuck with me. And it's just something I seen myself doing for a long time.
Yeah. Is there a coach or an athlete you say you would look up to as a role model?
So what?
Is there a coach or an athlete that you would say you look up to as a role model?
A coach or an athlete? From any level?
Any level. Anyone that's had the biggest impact on you?
Coach, I would say, okay, I'll say two. So the first coach, I would say, Little League coach, my uncle, because he really was one of the first people to like really get me into it, you know, playing football and like give me the fundamentals and, you know, stuff like that. And then the second coach, I would say, I'll try to do three coaches. Okay, I'm gonna do two coaches. My first DC, Mike Elko, coming from college, from high school to college, like me being a freshman, being an All-American, all the accolades I had in high school, thinking I knew the game of football, and then going under a DC like him, who was a defensive guru, and I got to really learn football. Like I learned a lot of football from him, and then a player that I would say I look up as a role model would be Antonio Cromartie, which also had the luxury of having him as a coach as well. But I use him more as a technique and like a mental player, like a player mental aspect more than a coach, because he played the game for a long time. He played in the NFL. He had a heck of a career. Almost like he's gonna be a Hall of Fame. So like, it's certain gems that he can give me as a player that a lot of coaches that never played but are great coaches can give you. So I look at him as like a player role model. So I'll say them two people.
Okay, that's awesome. I know we've talked about like who do you look for or up to just from like individuals, but what about like teamwork? What have you learned from in the past just dealing with the multiple teams you've played on of how important teamwork is?
Man, you can do a lot of things by yourself, but as a team, it's so much things. Like it's so much more. Everything is so much better when your team is gel. Like I realized, like as a team, as a winning team, you gotta have a camaraderie as a team, and like it gotta be a brotherhood. Like when you're back against the wall, when you facing adversity, like you gotta be able to look to your left, to your right, the person in front of you, the person behind you, you know, like they got my back. And on those teams, I feel like those are the teams that we went the far. Like in my career, I went the farthest with and won the big stage and really got most of my success with because everybody was bought in, everybody was able to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What's that phrase they say? If you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go with a team. Is that how you kind of think about teamwork?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. That's a great analogy, honestly. You want to go fast, you go alone. You want to go far. I like that. That was really good.
Thanks. Okay, my last question
is... That was you?
No, I've heard it before.
I'm saying, like, you thought that was the top of your head?
Well, when we were talking about it, yeah. But somebody told me about it. Okay, the last question is knowing like how important like the public image is and social media, how important it is these days. What do you think like is the importance of that?
I think it'd be a positive and negative. If you get too caught up in it, then like it could take away from what you're doing on the field. But I feel like being in the NFL, our face aren't like playing football. I wouldn't even say being in the NFL. Playing football, like we won a few sports that like your face is covered. So a lot of people don't know our face So being able to get out into the community, being able to, just really expand your brand, and like show your face off and let the people see like what's underneath the helmet is very important. And like just doing that itself can open so many more doors, business wise or just relationships in general. And I feel like as a football player that I would encourage a lot of people to invest in their name, image, and likeness, and just really use that to the max potential, because it's so much more outside of football that we have to tap into, but we can use football, which is our platform, to really explore and expand into.
Okay, what would you say your public image is? If somebody was to say, I met Antonio Johnson and this is him as a person.
That's a good question. One, I would say off bat, I would like for people to think, I feel like I give this impression of that. One, I'm very respectful. That I feel like respect is everything. So I'm big on that. And then I love to be in the community. Like I love to give back to, especially I want to give back to my community. And I love God. I'm God-fearing man, for sure. And then I'm family oriented. Anything family, like I'm with it. And then I like to be outside. I like to, not outside like at a party, but I like to be outside and just do different things like outside, like fishing or just chilling on the lake, beach, whatever. Just being with family and friends and having a good time.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.